from Judd, who didn't play at his best this afternoon but got the job done against David Lilley. Will be looking to step it up this evening and claim the first semi-final place.
Take your seats quickly, please.
Ryan Day started really well against Stephen Maguire. It got a bit sticky, but he got the job done 4-2 in the end. Best of 11 then.
It's all set up quite nicely for this evening. Judd there had his struggles. Started quite poorly against David Lilley, but came through. That's the main thing. Ryan, on the other hand, started brilliantly, didn't he, against Stephen Maguire. As Jill and the boys said in the studio, just whether he can shake off a few of the errors that he made towards the second half of that match, but like Judd, got the job done.
Yeah, Trump in recent years has made a habit really of sort of trudging through early rounds and then saving his best for when it matters, but Phil, I'm sure he's got to play better in this match than he did this afternoon. Ryan Day making only his third appearance in the Champion of Champions. Never been past this stage. Group final, other people call it a quarter final. Ooh, this doesn't look nice.
One.
Just had a glance at the black there, so might be thinking this next red, dead weight and drop on it. Just went on there, it looks a bit thin to hold the cue ball.
6.
Got his eyes on it again. Let's see. Yeah, I think wisely. Playing into open space.
Sure.
You know,
7.
Not the best kiss in the world, but okay, he's got a long blue.
Paul Collier, one of the very best in the business, in charge this evening. Sort of ball you would see him on the practice table, probably pot 10 out of 10, but of course this isn't the practice table. He strokes it in, all the same.
Yeah, he had to bend the cue ball just a touch
12.
there. That was why he had to hang the pace off the shot. Otherwise, he'd be easily up for blue.
He's had a good study of things. Of course, he couldn't do that in the shootout, the tournament he won with the shot clock.
1.
He's a player capable of playing really high quality stuff, but he seems at various times of the season to sort of go missing a little. Wow.
Ryan Day 1.
Brown was nowhere near.
Yeah, hard enough shot. It's at a dead weight pace, but with a lot of pace, not easy. Let's see now, sort of work he can get in the cue ball. Try and get the cue ball sort of on the pink spot line. Get it working off these reds. Yeah, pretty good. Brown's still on, maybe pink.
Okay. 1.
I thought he looked edgy early on against David Lilley, but of course he's got that first match out of the way now. Wouldn't be any surprise if he played a lot better this evening. Shows the level he's at as well. In his interview, talking about winning
5.
his first tournament of the season, meaning he's expecting to win more after that. Most people in the game would be happy with any trophy. Of course, last season he won 5 titles, the season before 6.
Six.
Yeah, I think it's been said that he's not been on his best form this season, but what he's
11.
developed, I think, in the last couple of years is that he's able to continue playing winning snooker
12.
while searching for his best form out there. There's no doubt he's not found it as yet. That was a beautiful shot. Right in the heart of the pocket.
18.
That'll make him feel good, actually, that shot. That one shot alone.
$19.
We were mentioning earlier about his trip to America to play in the US
24.
Open pool, but he also did a snooker exhibition. He travelled to Seattle to try and spread the word. And, he is conscious of, I think, trying to help grow snooker.
25.
Instrumental in actually the clothing changes. I know he called for that and he was listened to.
$30. $31.
This is absolutely fine.
36.
Just stun across the face of the pink, the top side of it there. Just avoid the cannon on it. Well done.
37.
That one shot earlier has lit the ignited the fuse, if you like. He just looks all of a sudden a lot more confident than he did this afternoon.
43. $44.
Yeah, the first frame against Lilly was over half an hour. This one's been going 10 minutes, and this is the ball that should win him the frame.
$50.
So one snooker needed. Obviously wants this red in as well. Well, the signs
51.
for Trump supporters are already much better than they were this afternoon. But that's one of his skills in recent times. It's getting through matches when he's not at his best and then just improving as the tournament goes on. Ryan Day had a
57.
chance himself.
$58.
Yeah, he'll be keen to play this red along the cushion here. Because obviously the different tables from the norm, these Rasson tables. So you want a tester. You'll be paying a lot of
64.
attention to this, just almost testing out what he can do. See that?
65.
That's why he played it with a lot of pace.
$71.
Well, at the risk
72.
of jinxing it, are we going to see our first century of this year's Champion of Champions?
$77.
Size
79.
break against Lilly was 72. That was the only real substantial break he made. Just looks more confident.
82.
Body language is encouraging if you're a Judd Trump supporter.
$86. $91.
Switch of hands for the pink. Black for a
97.
century. Well, they call Ryan Day dynamite, but this has been an explosive start by Judd Trump. Day did have that chance. He missed that brown earlier on, didn't he, by some distance. Yeah,
104 on the frame, Judd Trump.
104 from Judd Trump. That's more like it from him. And it is Judd Trump who leads this group final 1-0. Remember, it's first to 6 to reach the semi-finals at the weekend.
More
It's day one of the Kazoo Champion of Champions. Judd Trump with a break of 104 has won the opening frame against Ryan Day, playing for a place in the semi-finals.
The second frame, Ryan Day to break.
Judd Trump's 12th century in the Champion of Champions over the years. Ronnie O'Sullivan top of that list with 21.
This is where Judd Trump's very smart. He's weighed up the red, then the safety, now he's back on it. Okay, a little bit fortunate to find that gap as he covered it. But the good thing about it, he weighed it all up and thought, no, I'm not going to leave Ryan that long red. I'm going to have a go myself. Now, if Ryan can pot this as thin, he wants to pot this really thin to get the cue ball up table.
One.
Well, if Ryan Day was wondering if Trump would continue to struggle, he's seen in the first frame that things have changed, so he knows what he has to do now tonight. He's got to try and play to that level himself.
Six. Seven.
That shootout, I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but it kind of rescued things for him last season. He was really plummeting down the ranking list. He's got 50,000 ranking points. Currently 23 in the world.
$12. $13. $17.
Yeah, didn't like that one. Can't blame him now. Is he going to be tempted? Now this is tough. Don't take your eye off the pot. Brilliant shot. Very good. Yeah, a bit unfortunate. Yeah, okay, the pink might be on, but it's not one that's all that appetising. Also with the black being in the open now. Big shot. I think these middle pockets, and we saw this afternoon, you want to err on the right side of the pocket as we would see it. I know he's got to just aim in middle here. Yeah. I think when you're playing shots to middle, not like that one, but
Ryan
I think in
Day,
general
18.
terms, it's a low side, the right side as we see that one. I think that's where you would be erring, if any. But as I said, black in the open, pink likewise now. Judd can continue in his merry way.
One. 7. Eight.
Been a bit of a mixed bag
14.
in this tournament for Trump over the years. He's looking to reach his 4th semi-final. And all the other players, snooker players often tell you they don't watch and they don't know what's happening. There'll be players in this tournament now watching this, and Judd Trump knows that, and he wants to put in a performance tonight, showing them how well he's playing.
$29. $36. $37. $43. $44.
Yeah, a couple of reds out of commission aren't going to concern Judd. That one and the other two in the open will suffice. With high value
51.
colours, obviously.
$52. $59. $60.
Yeah, so Pink will get into the snooker's required stage. It was an absolute gift when he came to the table. Now he wants another century.
$66. $67.
Same as the last frame, testing out the pockets. These Rasson tables. What's he got here then? Might play for the double. Yeah.
We'll never know whether he would have got it because he's missed the black. But it's another quick kill, 67. Ryan Day is actually coming back to the table with the red. There's always the chance of the free ball. That's in his thinking. But we've been playing 23 minutes and it looks like 2-0.
You get it.
Paul Collier is, well, dealing with an uninvited visitor, I think it's fair to say. We won't be seeing it again.
Yeah. Frame conceded, frame Judd Trump.
Very cruel. He's flew one back. Ryan Day sat down. Seen enough ref. So, Judd Trump looking good tonight. 104-67, the two breaks to lead Ryan Day 2-0.
another entertaining programme, that's just...
Okay.
Judd Trump 2, Ryan Day 0, and Trump good value for this lead.
The third frame. Judd Trump to break.
Credit to Ryan for having a pop at the red, but playing the dead stunt, he was always bound to leave one. Big shot this. Black in the open again. Yeah. Okay, may have overrun the cue ball. Very good pot. Just about on brown or green.
Five. Six.
Yeah, the first couple of shots of this fledgling break kind of shows the importance and the asset that he has. He's such a good potter. First two of them, and they went very missable both. I'm not saying this is a great chance, far from it. But a lot of times it sets him on the path. That asset of being such a good potter. And here we go then.
13.
A few reds are going to be released. Maybe just one actually, but we'll see.
A second red flew into
15.
the middle there. Could have finished better though. You see the red fly in. Cue ball's finished. Rather awkward spot here.
Yeah, again, this is where he's good. He won't fancy this yellow, not least because it's a shot that you almost never play as a professional snooker player. The cue ball that close to that side cushion. Red's in the open, peel off the green, keep the pressure on your opponent. That's the play.
Green ball. Judd trump 15.
Yeah, because he knows he's in control of this match, and the one way back in for Ryan Day is to be given an easy chance. That's what he needs right now. So Trump absolutely keeping the pressure on.
Cash. All right.
Well, let's see what he's got in store for us with this red that's nearest this cushion down this end. If he's playing it thin, boy, this is a horrible shot. He's got to be wafer thin, or he's almost guaranteed he's going to leave one.
Cameraman moving.
I think all in all a decent effort, but choice of a couple. And there's that potting again.
One.
Was quite awkward, had to be really sweet with his ball striking. Out of the pocket, cue ball in the open.
Six.
I spoke about the head-to-head in main events. It's only 3-2 to Trump, not much to go on, but the most recent win for him was significant. It was in the Northern Ireland Open 3 years ago, quarter-finals. He beat Ryan Day 5-3, and of course that was the start of the great run. He hadn't won a tournament for a year, but he won that one and then just kept on winning. Won the Masters that season, the World Championship. Following season, won 6 ranking events, last season 5. So that
13.
tournament, including the win over Ryan Day, was very significant in his career.
14.
I know I always say this, but this time of year, this is where it helps when you need to keep playing for top side of blue. Because it's so dry,
17.
humidity, the cue ball runs that extra few inches. See it here.
18.
It just releases off the cushion nicely, so it's a wee bit easier to keep playing on blue. Judd will be aware of that. Pink out of commission. Black looks the same. Because the cloth is so slick and runs out
23.
the last 8-10 inches, it helps. There it is again.
24.
This time he can release the pink. Get the cue ball working. Beautiful.
30.
Beautifully judged cannon. And there's another smart shot. Don't mess with the red. Yes, the pink's going to tie up the red that he could have cannoned.
36.
He needed a guarantee of being on this one, and he's got it.
$37.
Well, he still needs this
42.
red. Put everything into the pot here. "32 minutes this match has been going. Judd Trump needs this red, barring Snookers, to lead 3-0. Never touched the sides.
43.
It's a complete transformation from this afternoon where he looked edgy and ill at ease, found fluency very hard to come by, but tonight, completely different.
48. Judd Trump 48.
51 on. The lead is 63. Wonder if Day would have carried on if the cue ball hadn't caught the bump of the pocket, because he could have been in trouble, but we'll see what difference that makes, if any. Managed to get the black away from the reds at least, which in theory is going to help.
And there's a lesson for any young players playing this game. You got the guy needing a few snookers. Don't back off. Keep the pressure on as much as you can, as Judd has.
One.
So he's halfway towards a semi-final place.
Seven. 8. $15. 16. Judd Trump
Completely
16 on the
one-sided,
frame.
this match so far. Ryan Day really struggling to get any sort of foothold. Another frame slips by, and Judd Trump looking good now. He leads here in Bolton, 3-0. So we've got one more frame before the mid-session interval, and Judd Trump looking to pull even further in front. Ryan Day's highest break tonight, just 18. If it's going to start to change round for him, it's surely got to start in this frame. Not the best break off. Trump's made breaks of 104, 67. That 48 was key as well in winning the third frame.
Yeah, and the poor break off, I think, is a simple case of being denied table time, having sat this out pretty much.
One.
And also, when one mistake is costing you frames, you know, even breaking off, you must feel it.
Yeah, just gone wrong. He was hoping the red that he was going to cannon would miss the other one, but it just sent it up a fraction. And good touch though, fancies it. Yeah, good shot, very good. I mean, he was unlucky, wasn't it, on the black. He was very unfortunate, but seems pretty happy.
You can always tell by the speed of the walk. The slow walk means he's not on it, but that was a nice brisk walk, wasn't it, round the table?
$16. Cheers. 17. $24. $25.
That looked like nothing, but the cannon off the first red was deliberate to catch the second full ball. That was a beautiful little cannon. Awkward bridging, concentrating the pot. Yeah, see, even there, I just think that's a great decision. He took a bit of pace off it, make sure the pot, he knows he's got
32.
one to left middle. Sometimes you can overplay the situation. Judd didn't do that, so this should be a certainty.
33.
It's one thing playing
38.
sublime snooker, but when you can pair that off with being smart at the same time, it's some combination.
39. $46. $47.
Well, his pot success tonight is standing at 95%. That's seriously impressive. Ryan Day down at 67. You can see
54.
a match 4-0. All the frames might have been on the black, but this is about as one-sided as it gets so far. He's not won this frame yet, but looking good.
55.
Yeah, get nice and tight to this red. It's a loose one. See, trying to get the cue ball tight to it so that he can pick his spot for the low black and bring the others
60.
into play. Yeah, see, there's the low black there.
61.
That was key. The shot off the blue, getting close to the red, has given him this control. So, yes, he can play for the loose one, but he's going deep. Not ideal. Far from it, in fact. But can he play the red that's
68.
right of picture without leaving anything else? If the one that he can play is the only one that he's going to leave, then he'll probably play this. See, even here, 3-0 to the good, 68 to the good, and he's still giving this plenty of thought, but he's having a pop at it. Just the red.
Judd trumps 68.
Yeah, I think it's mine made up by the score in the frame. That would have been effectively for 4-0. Horrible shot to have to play, so not quite there yet. Some sort of hope for Ryan Day. And the thing is, frames like this, yes, the score is significant, but so is where the balls are. There's nothing on a cushion, so there's no real security. And Ryan Day absolutely is capable of clearing up from here. Trump knows that.
He's interested in the 4-ball plant, but I don't know. It might be a wee bit risky. But the other thing is, he doesn't want to. The cue ball's going to stay in the right half if he plays the safety off the loose red. So he maybe doesn't want to leave it for Ryan. Which he has done, so now we're going to find out if that plant's on. Let's see if Ryan's interested in it. Yeah, that was a bit of a cold arm shot, that, wasn't it? There was no conviction through impact. And this, the way Judd's been playing tonight, is a sitter.
One.
It's been a nightmare, frankly, for Ryan Day this evening. He's made mistakes, but also his opponent has been really transformed from the first match the day he played. And as I say, this is every inch of 4-0. Don't think anyone can argue with the scoreline based on what we've seen. Things can change, there's still time, but on this evidence, Judd Trump is going to be the first man into the semis.
7. 14. 15. 21. 22. 29. 30. 37.
Yeah, a bit of practice there, using a little bit of side. Get low in the black, just almost testing, as I said earlier, first couple of frames, testing out the table. Likewise here. That'll do it.
45.
Just the odd sign things are going his way now, with the cue ball taking the scenic route here.
47. Foul. Judd Trump 47, Ryan Day 4. Frame Judd Trump.
Journey into nights has not been a happy one. Judd Trump has looked on it right from the start this evening. 104, 67, 68. The big breaks. Judd Trump 2 frames away from a place in the semi-finals. At the interval, he leads Ryan Day 4-0.
Another entertaining programme. That's just the job. Trust a Trader. Sponsoring ITV4 Early Evening.
Just a trade. At the mid-session interval, it has been one-way traffic here tonight. Judd Trump 4-0 up against Ryan Day. Just take a look at the stats there. Just so much table time for Judd Trump. Ryan Day really hasn't had a chance to get into this match at all, and it was fluid around the table. Both Neil and Stephen would agree, I'm sure. Just 16 seconds average shot time for Judd Trump. This is a very different performance to the one that we saw this afternoon. Just how impressed have you been with Judd Trump tonight, Stephen?
Yeah, I mean, we think we've seen two different players today. The first one this afternoon was just getting the result done, getting into that final. Didn't matter how it happened, just get the result. And tonight he's been very, very sharp, looking like he means business. He knows how important this match to win to get through that semi-final. Yeah,
we said after his opening match, he needs to get off to a great start against Ryan Day, and he certainly did that.
Yeah, and he plays a different brand of snooker to anyone else. I mean, with Ronnie O'Sullivan, he's all class, and the break building is superb. With Judd, sometimes he's a great break builder, but he doesn't make the breaks in the same way. There's a lot of good pots in there, and he's very dominant. That's the key, and he's been dominant tonight. But when he is on top, he can be like that, and he can be quite demoralising, I think, to play against, because nothing's ever safe. So he's probably unsettling, and at the moment, Ryan does appear to be unsettled.
Yeah, he's scored heavy, Judd, hasn't he? I think Ryan's only scored 23-odd points in the whole match so far, whereas Trump what a way to start with a century, the first century of the week.
Yeah, I mean, this sort of shot in frame one, I mean, you hit a shot as well as that just makes you feel good. It just, he had to swerve the next shot and missed the red, but that blue is it just gives you so much confidence. And from then on, I think it just kind of switched him on. The shots that he cued them well, they were going in crisply. There was nothing where, this afternoon there was a slight bit, possibly hesitation. That was a black for the first century of the week. And it was a very dominant performance. These shots are, again, they don't look much, but they're quite good confidence builders, those little shots, because in the cushion, the middle pockets they're not easy. This shot he seems to play better than almost anyone. Potting reds and splitting the pack at the same time. Wee bit unlucky with the cue ball, and his long game was sound. He was left out by another poor Ryan Day shot, and again, finding the leather. This was we've seen power. This was just a little touch shot. Couldn't have played it any better. 30. Leaves an unmissable pink into the left middle pocket. And of course, with Judd, 45. When he's winning frames, this is what you get. The cue ball, all sorts of fizz, all sorts of raz in the cue ball. And just it's great to watch. And as Neil says, he plays shots that no one else in the game plays, really. Yeah,
great stuff, and the crowd obviously loving it here, and a little bit of showboating towards the end of that frame from Judd Trump. It's been a tough night for Ryan Day, as I said earlier. I mean, he hasn't really had any time at the table.
So far, the match isn't over yet, but I think this very much unsettled him. I mean, I don't know if he missed cue or not here. If he didn't, he almost wish he did, because he missed it by so far. And of course, worse still, you're sitting down and watching your opponent make a century, so you've got a lot of time to think about how badly he played that shot, and he hasn't really played here. It's almost how he finished off the afternoon after being good at the start. We've seen that the ball doesn't exactly run from left to right with the nap, and that was never going to go in. It was always too high on that shot. He points to something. I'm not sure what it was that distracted him, but he looks completely distracted, and Judd has fed off that. There was just a glimmer in frame four. It wasn't so much a bad shot this by any means, but this was a hope, just knock this red in, somehow pull a frame out of nowhere. Unfortunately left it over the pocket, and you can just see from his general demeanour, he's quite unhappy and uncomfortable out there. It's a combination of how he feels, and let's be honest, Judd is making him feel like that, because that's what he does to players.
Yeah, the break couldn't have come soon enough for Ryan Day. I imagine he's gone up to the practice room now, because he's had so little time at the table, just to keep himself going, get ready to try and do something to get back into this match.
Yeah, you would think he'd try and find a bit of rhythm. Intervals can change matches. I don't see it here. It's 6-0 or 6-1 for me. Ryan's been a little bit like a rabbit in the headlights tonight out there.
Okay, let's see what happens when they come back to resume this one after the break. We'll have the conclusion of this Group 1 final. What can Ryan Day to get back into it? He trails Judd Trump by 4 frames to 0 in this best of 11 frames group final.
Another entertaining programme? That's just the job. Trust a Trader, sponsoring ITV4 Early Evening.
TrustATrader.com.
Welcome back to the University of Bolton Stadium. On the opening day of the Champion of Champions, Judd Trump is just 2 frames away from a place in the line.
Crumbs of comfort. One is that intervals do change matches. That is indisputable. The other, many moons ago, I recall, he was the first player ever to beat the great Steve Davis 5-4 from 4-0 down.
Yeah, it's certainly possible. It's going to have to be a completely different Ryan Day in this second half of the match for sure. Judd Trump has completely upped his game from this afternoon. Looks so much more sharper, more comfortable, a lot more confident. Possible pot into the right centre pocket here. Yeah, and everything going into the middle of the pocket at the moment for Judd Trump.
1. Great pot, and he just about avoided enough of the jaw to come back over the baulk line. So this yellow is tough, but if this goes in, could lead to big things. Now it could lead to big things for his opponent.
Judd Trump 1.
Yeah, it wasn't easy, that tied under the cushion. A good cue. I expected him to get it though, particularly when you're 4-0 up. Now Ryan Day has had a quick look at the black. Does a pot into the bottom left hand corner pocket. This shot will tell us if it does. Obviously doesn't, so back out for blue.
1.
So that red is causing a little bit of a problem, the one just to the left of the black. Just needed a little touch off that red.
6.
This red is still potable, just past the pink. And the pink may be available after that. Just got to be careful of the yellow though. Referee will have to get very close. Good shot.
Very good. 7.
Don't think he's going to have a quick look, but I don't think the pink will respot, so I'll go on the highest available, which as you can see is the yellow.
$13. 14.
He's got a nice angle on the blue. He could play for the loose red left of the black, or he could just try and split up the reds here. Well, he's played for the loose red, just to the left of the black, and he's played that very nicely as well. Perfect.
19. 20.
At the moment, not playing under a great amount of pressure. He's won his opening match against Maguire. That was a big goal coming into the day. now he finds himself in a very deep hole, not expected to win. So for the next frame or two, he could freewheel.
That's quite an
27.
interesting point you make, Phil. Totally agree. Sometimes you can just, release the shackles a little bit. Particularly when the expectation
28.
is gone. 4-0 down in the best of 11. There's not many people who come back against Judd Trump in that respect. But this is a good break so far. And if you can win this frame in one visit, it will certainly restore a little bit of confidence to Ryan Day.
33.
And he's one of those players, Phil, he can reel off frames in very quick succession when he gets going. Oh, that's a nice little kiss and a lovely little shot. That was perfect.
34.
There is one loose red, but he may go into the pack of reds here from the blue. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Well,
39.
could have been kinder. Hit them exactly where he wanted to. And sometimes you just trust a little bit of luck that you're going to have a nice easy shot. And couldn't have hit this any better, really. Could have been a bit kinder to him. Yeah, taking the extended rest. I don't blame him for that. It's actually, this putt, even with the extended rest, is probably easier than the red left of the black spot.
Combined, the two players using the rest this evening have a 100% record. That's going to be put to the test here. So hard to judge the potting angle when cue ball and red are so close together, especially using all of the tackle like this.
Cheers. Ryan Day, 39.
Well, the black covers the red over the pocket. Now, does the red float to right middle? Does it go past the one that's close to the cushion, but also close to that middle pocket? Well, there's your answer. No.
It's not too bad, this shot. He could just clip off the red, try and somewhere land in the middle of the ball cushion behind the brown. The red will block the path that's for the red that's over the pocket. He's played that nicely. See, he's got the block on the red. Contemplating playing a red onto that red over the bottom right hand corner pocket, but it's very risky. He is blessed with a lot of cue power, so there's no problem screwing the cue ball back into the bulk area, but you're trusting a little bit of luck when playing this shot. Well, he went for a full-blooded. Not quite sure whether that was the right shot. Could have played that with a lot of deep screw and maybe played a possible plant.
One.
Well, at least one person liked that shot.
I think it's two, but Judd's not allowed to clap.
trying straight
6.
away to get this black on the spot from this red.
Seven.
It's okay, he's got an angle to pot the black and just push the cue ball out for a couple of reds here. Just gotta give this black every care and attention, particularly when you're stunning him with a little bit of pace. Good shot, played it with topspin. And he's on the red into the left middle as well as this one into the corner pocket.
14. 15.
He looks a completely different animal this evening too, this afternoon. 94% pot success rate. Putting together an avalanche of points.
22.
Day in danger of being whitewashed.
23.
That one red that's close to the right middle pocket is not potable, so that may be Ryan Day's only saviour. So Judd will be looking to try and move that red at some stage if he wants to win the frame from this visit. Tried it there, good attempt.
$28. $29.
When he stayed down, that tells you there's some doubt in his mind as to whether the pot
36
was going in. It caught a lot of jaw, that, but did drop.
Yeah, and he could play for this
37.
red a couple of ways. Into the left middle. The red no play. He could play for into the left middle, leave a nice angle to knock the other red out, or he could play into the same corner pocket where the black is going. As long as he's got an angle, doesn't want to be straight or overhit it, he's overhit it. So he doesn't have the angle now to pot the red and knock the other red out.
44.
So imperative when potting this red. He leaves a nice angle on the black.
Ta. 45.
The angle is not great. He's got to play this with a tremendous amount of left hand side spin on the cue ball. In fact, I don't know where he's even going to attempt it, but his body language needed to be low on the black, so he could just pot the black and just try and nudge that red out, but doesn't have the angle now. Yeah, tried to use a lot of side spin, just couldn't get enough on it.
$52.
The shot is difficult enough in itself. Stretching over like this makes it even more so, having to apply the extension to the back of his cue, which of course changes the characteristics of the equipment.
Judd Trump 52.
It was a pretty good shot, that, from Ryan Day. He's got the snooker. He's got the red over the pocket, close to it anyway. And it's not going to be straightforward, this, to hit it and keep it safe. Got a very small margin for error here. The shot has come off this left-hand side cushion just before the middle, and try and hit the top cushion just before the pocket and nestle into the red. But
foul.
Oh, that's unlucky. And he's going to give Ryan Day a chance here.
Yeah, didn't know where the red was going, obviously, but the in-off, as you say, it was a really good hit. He did not deserve that.
I wonder, will he contemplate when potting this red to try and dislodge the yellow, bring it out into the middle of the table.
One.
It's not too bad, he's on the green, but not a great angle. That's a good positional shot here. That's pretty good. Yeah, good shot. So one good pot on this yellow. He won't need the rest. He's tall enough to reach. Missed it by quite a margin. Has he left it?
Ryan Day,
I don't think he has. I think he's covered it. Well, another half chance. Oh, good pot.
Two.
.4 points adrift now, Ryan Day. That means he needs to clear down to the pink. First things first, the green is a real issue.
Yeah, you saw him kneel down to see was the brown available past that pink into the yellow pocket. It's not, which makes this positional shot even more difficult, as well as the pot, of course. Could play this with a lot of pace. Try and pot the green. Missed the right centre pocket. Back up for the brown into the same pocket. Very difficult shot indeed.
Ryan Day, 2.
Now that's the new and improved Judd Trump there. Just knowing when to rein himself in. 5 or 6 years ago, he would have gone for that.
Yeah, completely agree. Keeping the pressure on his opponent. Got the double kiss. Got away with it. Well, I say get away with it. This green is potable. Not easy. Great shot. Super shot.
3.
Played it with an element of safety. You see where the cue pot has landed. He's going to need another good one here. But that was a wonderful pot from Judd Trump. This brown is just as difficult.
Yeah, one of those shot to nothings where you actually wish you hadn't played it quite so well.
Now, what do? Do you play it down into this bottom right-hand corner pocket, or you try and play it into the right centre? He's refused it. Played the safety.
Judd Trump 3.
Yeah, clever shot. But he could be snookered here. Back again. Judd catches this right. No, caught a half ball. Needed to catch it full ball.
Well, he's missed an awful lot of balls in the last 5 minutes or so. And surely you can't keep getting away with it.
Judd Trump is walking very gingerly towards this cue ball. I'm not quite sure whether he's on this brown. He may have to swerve it slightly. Well, if he was on it straight away, he'd be down on it a lot quicker. So it tells you he's not on this directly. You may have to impart a little bit of right-hand side. Yeah, good shot. Excellent shot.
4.
And the great thing about this, Ken, was that the side actually helped position. Well, it was a profitable afternoon for Ryan Day. The evening, well, he looks like drawing a blank.
Judd Trump 9. And the frame.
Only one snooker was required, but with the pink over the pocket, Ryan Day waves the white flag, and metaphorically, it is 5-0.
Another entertaining programme, that's a big tick from me. Trust a Trader, sponsoring ITV4 Early Evening.
TrustATrader.com.
This one goes out to the upstarts.
here in Bolton at the Kazoo Champion of Champions. On the first evening, it is one-way traffic. Judd Trump 5-0 up against Ryan Day in this group final, which equates to a quarter-final. Trump 1 frame away
6th frame.
from the
Ryan Day
semi-finals at the end of the week.
One.
He's certainly on fire tonight for sure. Judd Trump needs to step up from this afternoon. That's what he's done and what all the great champions do. We've seen it time and time again, Phil, haven't we? From one match to another. Completely different players down through the years. And this is another example.
Yeah, and what marks the great players out, as you say, is that they really want to win 6-0. They enjoy total domination.
Four.
The king of the 80s, Steve Davis, revelled in that. So did Stephen Hendry. Trump cut from the same cloth.
Yeah, this time no spot available for the pink, so it has to go directly in line with its own spot, the black
10.
spot. And of course the top cushion here. May screw up for blue here. Try and get a nice angle. Not this time, a little bit straight
11.
on the blue than he would have liked, but he's got one more red available. This is one of these cases where, yeah, it'd be easy just to get down for the black, but maybe better to go into this pack of reds
16.
off the blue. He's so good at this particular shot. Top side of the blue with a bit of an angle.
17.
And he's got so much power in his cue that just watch the cue ball here as it hits the pack. Try to hit that apex red at the top of the pack, but just watch the cue ball. The power he can generate. Too much at times. Quite incredible.
22.
Maybe forcing it to play in this plant. There's quite a bit of distance between the two reds. It's not straightforward.
$23.
Really well played. So often on that particular kind of shot, a player can't commit to hitting the first ball thin enough.
$28. 29.
All 5 of their previous meetings were competitive. Coming into this, the total frames won between these two over those meetings, 26 for Trump, 20 for Day. So this was not really anticipated.
33.
I didn't expect this at all. I expected much closer fought battle, particularly on the evidence of this afternoon. But it's been complete domination for number 2, Judd Trump.
38.
This evening. He's making the pockets of his
39.
table feel look like buckets when indeed they're certainly far from that. Cue ball he's got on string at the moment.
46.
Wasn't like that this afternoon at all. He struggled a little bit. The real Judd Trump
47.
definitely turned up to play tonight.
Yeah, fast closing in on what would be his first semi-final since he won the Gibraltar Open
54.
8 months ago.
$55.
Since then, beaten in the quarterfinals of the Tour Championship and World Championship to finish off last season. Also lost in the quarterfinals of the Northern Ireland Open and English Open this season.
60.
But you knew it was only a matter of time before the ace in the pack was back at the business end of a tournament.
61.
Don't know what he did between this afternoon's match and this evening's match as he misses that. Oh, unexpected.
Judd Trump 61.
Stoney certainly worked out well. Little Roy smile. Ryan Day's face, he knows the difficulty of the situation.
One. Eight. Nine.
Simply has to be on a colour. And he isn't.
Pink ball. Ryan Day 9, frame conceded, frame in the match, Judd Trump.
Very comprehensive indeed from Judd Trump. A 6-0 victory over anyone is a confidence booster over a player of Ryan Day's calibre. Excellent. Breaks of 111, 67, 68, 52 and 61. Good in anyone's book. Judd Trump is through.
Another great show